Hi, I'm Claire, and welcome to my ultimate makeover plan for the room in our home that serves so many functions. Let's walk through the before and then the plan for the space. As you come into this room, on your right is the first of two nooks. This is our pantry area. Then the laundry area sits against the exterior wall, and then opposite that is a storage closet. At the other end of the room is our mudroom, with this corner here, as well as a second nook, which is just an overflowing mess. None of these areas are functioning well, so I'm breaking the room down into phases, and each space is getting a full makeover, starting with this corner right here. Phase one is going to be a custom locker built in. So the problem with this area is that it's become a random drop zone. It's overflowing and obviously lacks functional storage. And this old IKEA shelf definitely isn't cutting it. So the solution is I'm going to sort through and organize all the items. I'm going to build floor to ceiling built-ins to maximize as much storage as possible. And then I'm going to incorporate a bench to be able to sit on and put on shoes. Then moving on to the opposite corner in the room, phase two is going to be this pantry nook. The problem here is that I've got hanging laundry racks that are messy and in the way. These particle board cabinets are rickety and the shelves inside are bowed and it isn't providing enough storage. And all of the hanging cleaning supplies here just adds more visual clutter. So the solution is to take everything out and start fresh, design a better solution for the laundry racks, relocate the cleaning supplies, and then build two floor-to-ceiling built-ins opposite each other that will provide way more functional storage. And then the next phase is going to be the ceiling, actually. And the problem with the ceiling is that it's really unlevel and it's going to cause issues once the built-ins are built. And it's also kind of lacking some character, and I'd love to introduce some fun into this room. So the solution is going to be to level it. And I'm going to use like some inexpensive underlayment to do that. And then I'm going to add some character, and I'm going to do like a faux shiplap and a faux bead treatment, but I'm going to do it all on a budget. And then phase four is actually going to be the doors in the room. So the problem here is that this storage room door is awkward, and when it's open, it prevents any flow from the room. So you can't get past, it almost touches the washing machine. And then the entry doors are metal and they do have some damage and they need to be repaired. So the solution is going to be to find some sort of creative solution for the storage room door. And then for the entry doors in here, they're going to get fixed and a fresh coat of paint. And we're going to probably introduce some color into the room as well. And then lastly, for phase five is going to be a storage and locker nook. So the problem with this area here is that it is overflowing with shoes. These units are falling apart and they really lack like proper functional storage. And there are too many open hooks in this area, and it's just resulting in a lot of visual clutter. So the solution will be to take everything out and start fresh and design a better solution for all the shoes, maybe something similar to the locker that I did in the opposite corner. I'm going to build floor to ceiling built-ins opposite each other that are going to provide more functional storage, similar to what I did in the pantry area. And then in there, I will be creating a space for the cleaning supplies that I moved out of the pantry area. This room hasn't been functioning well for us for quite some time, so I'm really excited to bring some function and design to this room and create a space that's really going to work well for us. I'll be breaking down all the builds and including all the steps so that you can follow along. I'm going to be starting with the corner locker built-in, so be sure to watch for that video. It will be out shortly. And if you have any questions or anything specific that you want me to cover, make sure you drop that in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read them all. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.